Hi guys, John here. I'm back. So what we're going to do today is talk a little bit about the K-pop culture here in Korea. As you know, yesterday was Halal, which basically means the Lunar New Year. And well, growing up in the States, I didn't really get to celebrate too much of this Korean New Year tradition. And I found out just a couple of days ago, really recently, that a lot of the K-pop idols here in Korea were actually born and raised in the US and are natural born US citizens. It's kind of interesting, right? I didn't think so. But when I saw this, I was kind of surprised and kind of interested in finding out more about it. So I'd like to share some of these K-pop idols with you today to show you who they are, where they were born and raised. And so yes, that's what we're going to talk a little bit about today. Jay Park. Okay, so Jay Parks, born in Edmonds, Washington, or Edwardsville, Illinois. From the look of his picture, there's no way this guy was born in Illinois. Especially Edwardsville. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna have to go with Edmonds, Washington. Just as I thought, Edmonds, Washington. Because you know why? He looks more like hip hop than the old traditional farmer boy. Let's go on to the next one. Eric Nam. Eric Nam, Atlanta, Georgia, or Athens, Georgia. Hey, you know what? He may be a youngster, but he looked like he could be from Athens, Georgia. Why? Because the background doesn't look anything like Atlanta, Georgia. That's my best guess. I don't know. So let's see where he's actually from. What the heck? He's from Atlanta, Georgia. Alright, what do I know about K-pop idols? Not much. Oh wow, and he's only 30 years old. Okay, now this one is one of my favorite idols. I really love her songs. It's Ailee. And it says she was either born in Denver, Colorado or Lakewood, Colorado. I'm gonna have to automatically go with Denver, Colorado. Correct again. Denver, Colorado. But that's interesting. I never knew. Okay, so now the next group of people are Jessica and Crystal Jung. It says San Francisco, California or Los Angeles, California. Although they look like they're typical Korean Americans who were born in LA, I'm gonna have to go with San Francisco. Why? Because that's where I'm from. Let's see. San Francisco it is. Okay, so now for most of you who really loves this K-pop group called 17, so we have the member Vernon from 17, and it says New York City, New York, or Albany, New York. I don't know, man. This one's kind of tricky, but I'm gonna have to go with New York City. Why? Because he looked more like a real, like, downtown New York City boy rather than somebody from the outskirts. So let's see where he's from. New York City, New York. Next, we have Twice. The group Twice is Mina. Mina, it says she was born in either Houston, Texas or San Antonio, Texas. If I'm gonna have to take a good educated guess, I'm gonna go with Houston, Texas. Why? Because Houston is like a bigger part of Texas rather than San Antonio. So I'm gonna go with Houston. Let's see. Oh my God, she was born in San Antonio, Texas. What the heck? Anyway, yes, that's where Mina's from. San Antonio, Texas, born and raised. And NCT's Johnny. Where is he from? It says Chicago, Illinois, or Oak Park, Illinois. He looks nothing like an Oak Park boy, so I'm gonna have to go with Chicago, Illinois. Yes, it is. Chicago it is. Next one is Amber Lou. Amber Lou is Los Angeles, California, or the good old capital of Sacramento, California. Although she looked like she might be from LA, I'm gonna go with Sacramento. Why? Because she looks more like a capital city girl than typical LA girl. Oh my God, man. Never mind, she's from LA. Fooled me again. Okay, so a lot of you guys like this group, GOT7, right? So we have Mark Twain from GOT7. It says Orange County, California, or Los Angeles, California. Although there isn't much of a difference because OC and LA are like next door neighbors basically. But I'm just gonna have to go with OC because he looked more like the coastal boy rather than the inner city kid. Once again, I'm wrong. He's from LA. What do I know? Okay, so now we have BTOB's Penyo. I don't even know if I'm saying the name right, Penyo. I don't even know if I got the group name right, BTOB. Or it could be BTOB, whatever. But anyway, is he from Chicago, Illinois, or Springfield, Illinois? I'll go with Chicago, Illinois. Yes, it's correct. He's from Chicago, the Windy City. And we have Tiffany Young next. They say Tiffany's from either Anaheim, California, or San Francisco, California. And once again, guess what? I'm going with San Francisco. And correct again, San Francisco. Good choice. 2 p.m.'s Nick Kuhn. Nick Kuhn. It says Oakland, California, or Rancho Cucamonga, California. Rancho Cucamonga? What in the heck is a Korean kid being born in Rancho Cucamonga? I'm gonna have to go with Oakland. Oh my God, he is from Rancho Cucamonga. How do Korean people even know about Rancho Cucamonga? No idea. Whatever. That's where he's from. What? And his parents are from Thailand. So go figure. I don't know. Okay, we have Jessie, the famous Jessie. She's from New York, New York, or Buffalo, New York. I'm gonna have to go with New York, New York. Correct. New York, New York. Okay, next we have N-J. Marysville. Well, it says he's either from Marysville, Washington, or Seattle, Washington. And of course, I'm going with Seattle. Yes, and it is Seattle. Okay guys, so an interesting thing about this whole K-pop idol and where they were born and raised is that I myself was actually born and raised for a little bit of my earlier life here in Korea. And then we moved to the United States where I grew up. As for these K-pop idols, they were actually born and raised in the US. And at an early age, they moved to Korea and became the K-pop idols that you know of today. So the thing is, I can see what we can share in common is that these K-pop idols don't really feel like they belong here in Korea because they were born and raised in the US. Where myself, I also feel the same way. I don't feel like I belong in Korea, although I was born and raised here. I feel like I belong in the US. So do you kind of get what I mean? Yeah, it's kind of difficult at times, I guess, to understand, but as for these idols, they may feel more at home in Korea rather than in the US, although they were born and raised there. Or may not. But that's just a little interesting tidbit for you guys. So yes. Okay guys, that's it. That's it for our little guessing game of where these K-pop idols are from. And it is pretty interesting that they're actually were born and raised in the US. And like I mentioned before to everybody, K-pop is one of the biggest cultures here in South Korea. I mean, who hasn't heard of K-pop all around the world, right? So this is just some of the little interesting facts about some of these K-pop idols. And so I'll be sharing more of these type of contents with you in the future episodes. So yes, thanks for sharing this time with me. See you guys later. Bye.